I am Jason, and today I am going to guide you through mindfulness. Mindfulness is visual meditation. Let's begin. First, take a deep breath in, and then release it. The goal throughout mindfulness is to focus on your breath and not allow external stressors to affect you. Only focus on the words that I am going to be saying and on your breath alone. If you get distracted at any time during this process, that is fine. Try though to focus your mind back to what I am saying and to your breath. Let's begin. Envision a rock in its initial state of inertia on the ground. In order to get that rock to fly on high, there had to be the external power of a throw propelling a rock into the sky. As long as the force of that throw is there, the rock flies on high. Should that force abate, the rock will fall back down. Consider the world in its initial state of inertia before creation. It was in a state of non-existence. In order to take the world out of its state of non-existence into existence, there had to be an external force of creation propelling the world to be. Consider what was before the world: an absolute state of nothingness. No up, no down, no right, no left, nothing. Envision an ever-pervading, infinitely expansive, all-inclusive emanation, filling the expanse of that space of nothingness. This, that there is no up, no down, no left, no right, it is because all is one. Contrast this to our world, in which there is a real up, a real down, a real right, and a real left. People, places, things, nothing is but one. Because of this, our lives feel like a conglomerate of isolated fragments that we are forever trying to bring together into sync. When they come together in sync, life is good. When they don't, life is difficult. Now wonder, did the world displace the oneness, like a rock falling into a pool of water displaces the surrounding water? No, it can't be, as we're talking about the oneness, and this eminence is a constant, whether there is a world or not. Question: how can we reconcile this? By knowing the definition of an essence, a true essence, it just is standing alone and unto itself. On the level of the essence, nothing exists but the essence. Therefore, it is unfathomable to the human mind, for as soon as you try to picture it, it's not the essence, but rather your own vision of it, a picture of it, as it is being manifest in your mind. This essence is called Atmas, the level in which it is standing alone and unto itself. For on the level of Atmas, nothing exists but just the essence. Before creation, Atmas was emanating spiritually as an ever-pervading, infinitely expansive, all-inclusive emanation. And thus, there was no up, no down, no right, no left, for all was one. And after the creation, Atmas is still emanating, but no longer spiritually, but rather physically, within the very physicality of the world itself, as a godly force of creation that's propelling the world to be. Should you tap into this godly force of creation, then everything in this world that is up, that is down, that is right, that is left, people, places, things, will all become one. Then all the isolated fragments of your life will come together as one, and all success will come. To tap this godly force, you must get to the essence, your own essence. For it is there that you exist just as you are, standing alone and unto yourself, in which there is nothing else but you. Connecting to your essence means getting to the essence of your own existence. So first, focus on your own sense, and then you'll come to the essence of that sense of existence of yours. Focus on how you exist now, not that what became or what will be. Clear your mind and breathe in. Now breathe out. Relax. Allow yourself to settle into your chair. Become aware of the weight of your back resting on the back of the chair. Become aware of the way your body is settled into the seat of the chair. Feel how heavy your feet are on the floor. Feel like you're nothing but a living, breathing entity in time and space. Notice the parameters of that entity of yours. Where your back stops, the back of the chair begins, where your body waist stops settling, there exists the seat of the chair, and beneath the weight of your feet is a floor. Realize how you're not the only entity in time and space. The floor also exists as a non-living, non-breathing entity in time and space. The chair also exists as a non-living, non-breathing entity in time and space. The table, the walls, they also exist. Feel completely present. Feel a present sense of your own being. Now go to the essence of your being, an essence where you exist as you are, standing alone and unto yourself, in which there exists nothing else but you. For that is where you will find Atmas, the true essence of God, which exists just as he is, standing alone and unto himself, in which there exists nothing else but him. To get there, imagine if you couldn't see, and that all went black. Not that your eyes were closed and you could see the reflection of light from behind your eyelids, but just imagine as if you couldn't see a thing and that all was dark. Now imagine if you couldn't hear and the world went silent. Imagine a silence so thick that you couldn't even hear yourself swallow. Now imagine as if you lost your sense of touch and couldn't feel a thing. Imagine as if you couldn't feel the weight of your back rested against the back of the chair. Imagine as if you couldn't feel the weight of your body as it was settled onto the seat of the chair. Imagine if you no longer felt the weight of your feet on the floor. Imagine as if everything was going light. Imagine as if your feet were picking themselves up and off the floor. Imagine as if your back was pulling itself off the back of the chair. Imagine as if your body was levitating off the seat of the chair. Now imagine, you can't see, it's all dark. You can't hear, it's silent. And you can't feel a thing. What would you be left with? You'd be left with nothing but an awareness that you are. Now consider that chair. That chair can't see. That chair can't hear. That chair can't feel. It just is. The floor can't see. The floor can't hear. The floor can't feel. It just is. The table just is. The walls just are. Now wonder, what's the difference between you and the chair? You just are, and the chair just is. What's the difference between you and the floor? You just are, and the floor just is. What's the difference between the floor and the walls? The floor just is, and the walls just are. Now you get the feeling that it's not you, or a chair, or floor, or walls, for everything just is as one. Like before creation, when there was no up, no down, no right, no left, for all was one. But now you have to consider, is it really all one? For after all, you know you are you. You know you exist as you. Now that you feel the existence of you, you can now feel the godly force of creation that is repelling you to be you. Now you can feel the force repelling the chair to be a chair, the force that is repelling the floor to be a floor. But now you can feel the godly force repelling the present moment, to be the present moment. And that is where you exist, just as you are, standing alone unto yourself, engulfed in a force of atoms that's repelling you to be you, and there's nothing else. Thank you for coming with me through this journey of mindfulness. I hope you have an enjoyable day.